we're good to go. Each one of my kids is going to get one of them. And then the rest are for all my other girlfriends. Valentine's Day, I'm kind of drawn on it. And when we think about being present in a relationship, do we need a particular day where we are triggered to then make an effort? Do we still even make an effort? The way that I see Valentine's working really well is that it's a great opportunity for kids, teenagers, young in love, to send a card to somebody that they fancy and say, I fancy him, I sent him a card. And then the other person will like, oh, that's amazing, someone fancies me. I'll never fucking know who it is because they won't tell me. They won't put their name in there. Or as an adult, I do think it's a bit of a prop to go, hey, I'm going to ask that girl out for Valentine's Day because it's a bit of a nudge, it's a bit of motivation. I've only left it like 364 days before I ask somebody out. Valentine's Day's here, so I'm going to go and take her out. Valentine's Day brings out the need to make an effort within a relationship. And I think to myself, why is not every day like a Valentine's Day? Maybe it is for you. But when we make an effort in a relationship, it's not just about being in the room. It's actually about being present, being able to listen to what another human being you love has to say. It's about taking in and listening rather than sitting there wondering what the score is going to be with your favourite football team at the weekend. Now, there are two key things that I think that you need to make a relationship work. Number one is communication. Communication between you, your partner, and where you're going in your lives, what you're doing, listening to the other person, being able to read the room, being able to ask, how was your day? Nurturing, loving, supporting, and using keywords to be able to make them feel special, right? If I saw my wife crying in the kitchen, I wouldn't turn around and say, oh, bad day then, and walk straight back out, right? You're asking for a divorce. It's a case of going in there. Is everything okay? What's happened? Let's talk it through. Reassurance. And we do that through communication. That's where a real partnership is built up as a team, because you can be willing to drop everything that you've got to be able to communicate with that person. It then kind of links on to number two, which is understanding. Understanding your partner, understanding what they're going through, understanding what's stressing them out, what's making them emotional, what's distracting them. And being able to read that room is a huge one. Men are shit at this. And men are so shit at it because they don't lead themselves. They just fucking cuff their way through life thinking that everything's rosy for a lot of the time. And they don't read the room. They don't understand when their wife is struggling. When I did a poll of about 50 guys, at least 35 admitted to never turn around and saying, is everything all right with you? How was your day? And approach them in that way, which is fucking stunningly shocking. And when I asked those guys why, they said it was complacency. We get complacent in a relationship. We don't think to say, oh, how are you? How's it going mentally? How's it going emotionally? Is there anything that I can help you with? Why don't you let me take your kids where you're going to have a bath? And then people wonder why marriages break down. Marriages and relationships take 10 times more fucking work than you can actually fathom and quantify. Quatham and quantify. Where'd they come from? But when you get perspective, you're going to have to work 10 times harder to make a marriage work. Because as you get older, what ends up happening is that your wants and your needs and your values, they definitely start to change. And if you've been with someone for a long time, you have to grow together. And to grow together, you need communication and understanding. Because if you're not, what we end up doing is going like this. And then in 5 years from now, on Valentine's Day, you'll be fucking divorced or broken up from your partner or wife. Looking at Valentine's Day as a good day to get on TikTok and try and see if you can get a date. That does not fill me with envy or happiness. That thought does not fill me with joy. The way that I look at my relationship with Jem is first and foremost that she is my best mate. First and foremost. And I think that within a relationship, we have to have this foundational level where you are mates first. Absolutely, we'd do anything for each other. We'd have each other's back. Because love is built on that friendship, right? When me and Jem met, we were friends. We got on really well. We had lots in common. Then the love part come. Then the physical part come. Okay, and then there's 2 kids and a house and a life together. But in order to maintain that life, we have to grow together. It's so important. And even if we don't celebrate Valentine's Day, I'm going to give her a rose. I give all my kids and a wife a rose, right? It's just a sentiment. It's just making the effort. It's just going above and beyond. Instead of being sucked in your own fucking world, whereas you think the whole world revolves around you and you don't understand what I'm going through. It's all the more reason to lead yourself, to lead them. When you lead you, you lead them. When you lead yourself better, your marriage is better. When you're a dick, the marriage is usually shit because you are not showing up. And actually, she might not be showing up as well, to be fair. But ultimately, you want to be in a position where if you want to make your marriage and relationship work and you want to thrive and you want to grow up together and you want this amazing family, you've got to maybe start stepping up a little bit more. The little things that are attention to detail that make the difference between a really fucking great marriage, a great relationship, and an average one. So off you go, down to the garage station. They should probably have some left.